fucking... Okay, there's well, I was going to say a couple. There's definitely more than a couple fights left before the boss of this split. But I have a plan, or something that resembles a plan for many of them, because I had some time where I could do that but not play. So let's just do the usual and show the plan while also trying to make the final adjustments I may need. Get this picnicker, Sophie. So most of the time when I make plans, I don't do the whole thing because I'm a bit lazy. So I like build a strategy and, like in this case, and try to figure out whatever I can do. So for this one, I'm pretty sure it will look like this. Okay, the gimmick of this fight, apart from it being wood mons and a couple fairy types, is that there's a slurp buff with Unburdened Citrus Berry that sets up Sticky Web. I have absolutely nothing that kills this, so Sticky Web is just going up. The good thing is that that doesn't lose you the fight immediately. So I have a couple of things I can do. With Magneton I can Electro Web into Flash Cannon to at least kill without getting hit. As you can see, it will kill with a Flamethrower crit or crit into burn or something like that. I would really like to avoid it by lowering its speed with Electro Web, which always hits in this game, and then Flash Cannon, I kill. Also, I should never proc Citrus, like it's really unlikely. I would need to specifically macro crit. So this is a free kill. Okay, so then it should be I won't hear Alchemy. I'm pretty sure it isn't. It's Leaky because it's slower variable damages with Brick Break. It's at Appleton, and yeah, Alchemy doesn't have damage, even though it's faster. There's nothing I can do. So the only thing I can take advantage of is it being faster. Because it's faster, I can try to pre-damage somehow to make it my Magneton 82 or less HP. That's completely possible with pre-burn and pre-poison. Now I can pre-poison Steel types because there's Salazzle on the counter table of the last route we went to. But for now, let me do something real quick. For now it will just be pre-burn. I think there are no reason to pre-poison. I'm a special attacker. Because if I am at this HP, Flamethrower will see a kill. We don't want it to see a kill. We want it to come in. So assume for now it will come in. And then what? Let's look at my plan. Okay, Drapion 1v1s, even when it's slower, because there's Sticky Web, will become slower. But they 1v1s with Poison Jab. My only question is, do I gain anything by going Poison Barb? I guess no Calm Minds. I want this to Calm Mind, right? I'm trying to think if it's better or not. I mean, it becomes +1, then it deals more with Draining Kiss. I don't really gain anything. So I go any item, 1v1. Then it's going to be licky because there's not really a difference between these two. Also it damages. It's sort of random move, depending on my HP, but likely to be double edge. Arcanine catches it. And it doesn't really want 1v1 as well as you would want it to. You just need to hit once, which is completely possible here. Get a flamethrower in or a rock slide. Well, that would mean using an item, so flamethrower, I guess. Then you go to Glacier on a brick break. I'm trying to remember why this is the way it is. Okay, yeah, because I want to be Glacier on the Appleton coming in. Because I need it to kill. It's like the only one that easily kills. It's faster, but there's no way to switch it in, as you can see here. Okay, the thing is, to kill like it's a bit more difficult than it would look like. Because it's taking... I'm risking random moves, so I don't really don't have the option to bring a valuable item like damage boost. Which means Flamethrower deals 58 HP into potentially no recoil. I don't like this. Doesn't look like a range that I am hitting. And the thing is, I could risk the crit here, but I don't really like it because I'm losing a really valuable mon while having 2 slots. So I guess I would need to bring another mon to hit it again. It's going to be Arcanine with the flamethrower, and then I don't know, something that tanks Brick Break and can hit this. Gliscor. I make sure not to kill, and then go into this, tanks any move. Okay, something like that. Okay, what can happen? I'm not sure. I have to figure out the Magneton pre-damage HP to be burned and take 2 turns of burn without baiting anything. Also, Alchemy is leftovers. I think, yeah, Drapion doesn't care about that. Sweet Pale doesn't do anything, it's a slip ability. Okay, anything I could bring just to be sure. I guess something that beats Appleton, you never know. But tanks both Dragon and Grass Magneton, right? Yeah. This doesn't really do it. Ape is always a solid option. I think it has to be Ape, yeah. Okay, so going... Let's remember the sticky web, right? It will be -1, so I'm slower. Which means I hit the flamethrower and I have to immediately go away. Is Glacier faster? Okay, it's still faster than this. Not faster than this. That's something else I didn't really... So I would really like to kill with Ice Shard then? Or maybe I can force the knockoff. So I hit once with this. Then I go here. Hit once. Okay, I can go with a bulldoze. Then it's guaranteed to be slower and I can... It's going to have 50 something %, and this always kills. Yeah, that looks better this way. Then with Sticky Web it will be completely okay. And then for Appleton, I can just bring any mon that with -1 is still faster, which is like the whole box. Okay, looks perfect to me. I don't see any. Okay, let's calc the pre-burn. First, how much does burn deal to Magneton? It's 113 divided by 16, which is 7 damage. So we're going to be taking 14 damage because I take 2 turns. So this has to be this has to be 82. Is there any reason not to be the lowest possible amount? So let's do the calc with this guy instead. 81. Okay, it's 192, so it's like the same number. So 81 plus 14. Okay, yeah, but I can actually be +7 because I'm faster when I kill. So 88 minus 14 leaves me at 74, where it's decently likely that she's fast kill, which is better for me, I think. Okay, let's be at 88 HP then. Let me note this. What about items? No items on Magneton. Then Drapion is like, doesn't really need the item, right? We'll be taking 3 hits. Okay, no, maybe actually 4, right? 1 when it switches in. No, I will be taking 3. What happens if this gold mines? Then I need the other 2 ghost hitters. Okay, then Arcanine doesn't need an item. Like, even this into this should be fine. I guess Oranberry, if you have to hit something. And Gliscor. Oh yeah, but if I give it an item, is it going to be knockoff? Shouldn't be. Okay. Gliscor again doesn't really need an item. In this case, it's going to be hit with anything but double edge. Has no setup moves, no nothing. And it's going to be double edge on the switch to Cloister, which is decent. Okay, so Gliscor, no item. Cloister, never melt ice. I know this is knockoff. Should never ever use it with the amounts we're seeing here. And then Ape, like, I don't know. I'm guessing Citrus shouldn't even come in. Okay, let's do it like this. I feel like I really considered everything. Most of the time I don't. And this is probably another instance of that. But it doesn't seem too bad. Like, there's a lot of margin in this fight. It's on the easier side. Oh, not really. There's coming up. There's a lot of fights that are really easy. Like, there are some of them that only require 2 mons from my side. It's incredible. Okay, this has to be no item, pre-burned, 88 HP. This has to be citrus. No, well, no item. Oranberry, why not? Never multiplies. No item. Citrus, you never know. Okay, I'm just going to run the script to save time. These are conditions that can be fulfilled without any problem. Okay, this is what I wanted. Let me recheck that this is going to be taking 7 damage, which is never enough for this to see kill. Okay, you can go even lower, right? I'm thinking I just have to get 81 HP. Because next turn I just kill. Which would leave me at 81... 67. Yeah, that looks even better. Let's just be at... Let's just be at 81. First thing I miss. Let's miss a lot more. 5 as always. Okay, I don't really remember where this trainer is. This has to be activated. I think this route is really interesting. Okay, I beat this one. So it's this one here. I don't mess up in any of the fights before Pito, the boss, I have a really solid strategy that I think always wins or something like that. The problem is that there's a lot of double battles. Okay, Electro Whip here should be Sticky Whip. There's a lot of double battles coming up. Or not a lot, but 2 of them. And both are kind of difficult. Especially one of them. And I don't have any plans for any. Okay, there's the burn. That was 7. Flash cannon here for the kill. Always kills. Imagine it doesn't. Has to be out for me now. Which will only see kill with mystical fire, which prevents any coal mine or like bullshit. The funny thing about this mon is that it has like forms, depending on the type of cake it is. I don't usually see this one. Okay, -1 speed, that's expected. And it's a bit like it makes me take 1 more hit, but nothing I can't survive. This lowers my special attack. I don't use special attack, so it's as if it did nothing. Crit kills here, by the way. The idea is that it has 30 inches and leftovers, which is a ton of damage that it heals for, but I deal too much with Poison Jab. It should be impossible to recover that much. Like next turn I kill even if it 30 cases. It can't crit thanks to my battle armor, which is definitely part of the good things here. Okay, it doesn't even try. Okay, now it's 69 HP. It's going to guarantee double edge on Licky. There's actually a really interesting thing where I can just stay in for another turn. And then it's random move. But let's just go Arcanine. I have a plan. Let's follow it. Okay, stick a whip, expected. Okay, there's some recall, that's helpful, I think. Not needed. In fact, let's see what happens if I crit. I don't want to. That crit is fine. I guess Oranberry here makes it always break. And then this is sad. Let me bring out the ruler. It's fair to assume 55%. Okay, which means bulldoze from Glide Score always works here. Now I'm remembering. Glide Score doesn't get affected by Sticky Whip. It doesn't deal any damage. Let's click Bulldoze. Is on tempo going to do weird stuff here. Like that doesn't really change my play, but will it keep its speed? Okay, I think it keeps it. I have to look this up. Yeah, it's just against Intimidate and it doesn't care about confusion. Okay, I was just panicking like for no reason. I was like imagining it doesn't care about, it's like unaware. Another name for it. But it isn't. Okay, it's just going to be double edge. Should never kill itself. I mean, even if it doesn't really matter because I am going Cloyster here. The only thing I need is to be out when Appleton comes in, which is correct here. Okay, is this in Ice Shard range? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, I'm not that sure anymore. Ah yeah, I'm faster. Always forget. I'm faster because I lowered its speed. Okay, now this is one of probably one, I don't know many, but many, let's say many, chain kills by Cloyster here. One of the most interesting ones I have used. This particular ROM hack. Okay, at -1 speed, I should still have speed. Yeah. Yeah, this ultra kills because it's quite effective. Like, I don't really care about the thing this berry does. Even +2 to defense results in me killing. And I didn't say that's the reason why I wanted to chain kill. Appleton has the berry. If it triggers and gets something really good, it becomes unpredictable, it kills you. This way it doesn't. Okay, I'm happy with the result. Can I get something? Okay, 1 nugget, that's always good. I can get this item, whatever this is. Poison gem. This one is really important. I don't have to waste this one. Like I can't waste this one. It's one of the most useful gems, according to my experience playing this game without hardcore rules. Usually poison moves are the ones that lack some power, because they are really bad, and the only really good move is Gunk Shot, which you can miss. And most poison types aren't really even good. But yeah, that's one less fight to worry about. Let's look at my plans for the next one. Okay, this one is actually difficult. This one's really difficult. If you don't know why, also for future me, it's because of this being faster and everything you can use having Final Gambit, which has a really difficult to predict AI in this game. And this being Protean Greninja, which is also faster and everything you have. And hits really hard with very, very good coverage, which usually gets nullified by not having stock, but here it has it. So let me show the plan. There's some risk. Like, of course, this one's really complex. I will be saying why, but first let me show the mons. Okay, Survivor. It's just filler. Like, you don't really care about this one. Dies to almost anything. I don't really know why this is here. I guess to have Survivor somewhere. Maybe it makes you play a ground type. I don't know. This is useless. You kill with light score with anti-burn battery to make sure I don't mess up anything. Mess anything up, I guess, would be the correct way. You can say it's speed ties. I don't care. I can just bulldoze into Earthquake. Always kills. Never get lower than a certain amount. Should be most of the time Axelgor next, right? I'm not sure. I fail to remember which one. It's faster and it does not damage. And this one is faster and it does not damage. So both, like none of them should take any priority. So it should be Axelgor yet. Axelgor here has two options. It can click Final Gambit, which would be really good because it kills itself. And I am switching to it, who never dies to Final Gambit. Final Gambit is a special move that deals the amount of HP you currently have, so it's going to deal 140. And it dies, so it means it's over next month. Okay, that's one thing. But Final Gambit isn't guaranteed here. It's not going to see kill, but Final Gambit has at most +8 priority, like +8 score on the AI. And +8 is tied with the highest damage score 25% of the time. So 75% of the time, highest damage is +6. It can also be +8. And if they die, then instead of Final Gambit, it can choose to Water Shuriken. If it does that, we're kinda cooked. Because we are risking like Ape. Ape dies to 5 hit with some crits. I believe I will be using Citrus to make it more likely. And then it's difficult for me to get out of that situation. That's why I'm bringing some other mons to deal with it. Like Flygon, who has First Impression, and Bangor, who has Bullet Punch. Both survive Final Gambit. But yeah, it's not guaranteed at all. And then assuming Rookie Ninja comes in. The good thing is that Drapion kinda 1v1s. Specifically Drapion into Cloister. Because Drapion... How was this? I don't remember. I think it is Drapion baits acrobatics. Like 100% of the time. So you go Drapion here, and I don't remember at all. I mean, Cloister is part of it, and I'm guessing it's because it will be like becoming a flying type. Which means I shard here will deal a ton of damage. While I'll always kill. And that's 78 plus... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to hit this once. Okay, so come in, hit once, go here, survive any hit and kill. Okay, yeah, that's really easy to follow. The idea is I can switch into... The problem is switching into random move, right? Because then it turns into a fighting type. And I no longer kill. So I don't know if this is that good of a plan. I could also Scary Face, but that just gets it to Water Shuriken. I mean, it's not that bad, right? I think the calcs are like guarantee acrobatics or something, like guarantee. I think the calcs did guarantee acrobatics. I'm not sure. Okay, let's do the calcs. To be a bit more organized, the idea here is this Drapion needs to bait acrobatics after getting hit with another, like one of them. It's to tank 2, which always happens because of battle armor. And then it has to bait another one. We just have to compute like if with Citrus that happens or not. Citrus is going to be 34. Max roll from acrobatic is 61. So 139 minus 61 2 times plus 34. It's 51. Yeah, we always get acrobatics from this. Okay, then it works. The thing is, let me think about this. You get hit with, if I get hit with any other move, it's just better, right? Like it turns into acrobatics, so yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, the only thing then I have to be aware of is Axel Gore. Who can or can't, maybe, depending on the situation, Final Gambit. And in the worst case, I guess I can try to sack Pangoro if that gets me anywhere, which I'm not really sure if it does. Kinda, I guess. But yeah, still a difficult one. Let me do something here, which is getting my mons ready. Have I removed the items? Nope. And this guy still needs the normal dice. It hangs onto it. Okay, not this. Not this. I mean, yeah, actually, Vesper is going to be in this fight. Going to be leading it with the... I never know how to pronounce this one, but anti-burn. Then it's gonna be 8 with that citrus berry, just in case. Better odds of surviving. It's going to be Drapion with the citrus berry. And then for these two guys, it's a bit more difficult, right? Game looks fun. Is it free? Yeah, every single ROM pack from Pokemon is free. It has to. Because then it would have legal trouble if it wasn't. Let's see, item. I guess Lion can have a citrus. It makes stuff easier. Okay, this is going to be save. Remember every single item. Okay. Let's go fight this trainer. One of the more difficult ones in this route. It's this one, right? Yeah. Didn't need any pre-damages, so don't worry. Okay, it's going to be Bulldoze to remove Shuka Berry to make sure I'm faster the next turn. Here it was a speed tie, I won the speed tie, it doesn't really matter, like I never kill. It should flamethrower. There it is. We are safe from being burned, so Earthquake gets the kill. No crits there means no maximum crit bullshit, it could happen, didn't go over, like, didn't say anything about it. It could be Greninja instead. Imagine it's Greninja because of something with the... Okay, why is this Greninja, bro? Do we care? I don't think we do. Like, in the end, it's kind of the same situation. Let me look at why this is Greninja for a moment. Is it because it out damages? Except it doesn't. Like both Axelgor and Greninja are faster. I don't know, I feel like the reason why it was Greninja instead of Axelgor is because in the AI switching logic, it doesn't explicitly say but if it's faster and you one hit KO, it's not preferred. Like I show kill with Gliscor, never kill because I'm slower. Like Axelgor would be faster. But for some reason, for the AI, that's just like that matters. That's not on the documentation. And to be fair, I still don't know how that works because there's no documentation for it. Like the documentation is sort of wrong. And in this case, I have to think if that's a reason to reset or not. Because it kind of matters. Like I was planning on something with the information I have. That has been given to me. Let's try to solve this case without anything else though. But this is guaranteed to be water shuriken. And I'm at 96%. Which means I should die to 4 hits or less with crits and stuff like that. I can do the Drapion thing, and then it will be Excelgor on a cloistered, which never baits final gambit. I mean, it kinda does, but it doesn't see that I kill with multi-hit moves, so it's just going to use something else. Which means I have to go Flygon, hit it with the first impression. It's kinda, I'm risking a couple months here. What I have to watch out for is which ones I need more. Like out of Flygon and Pangoro here. I don't think I need Pangoro. On the rest of the fights, of course, it's good to have it. But I don't need it, which is the difference here. There's one thing too, and that's I have Ape available for the fake out. But well, let's just do the thing with like the Greninja plan first. I guess if this hits 5 times, it's the same damage as acrobatics. Okay, it's fine. This has to be Drapion. We should be seeing Water Shuriken. Okay, into the water type. It can hit as many times as it wants to. Doesn't really change anything. It hits twice. That's good, I guess. Poison jab once. It's going to become a flying type for acrobatics, which is always highest damage. That's expected. Okay, and that's an average roll. Well, it's rather high roll. I get to go Cloister without any risk and get the kill. Let me... yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't see that I kill with a priority move, so it shouldn't become a water type. Okay, that's important. Because then it's a bit messed up. Okay, Ice Shard. Okay, now it's Excelgor. It says kill with every single move except Water Shuriken. So my only idea here is... okay, let's show it. Okay, this is... I'm not on the correct one. Let's show this. Okay, like this. Excelgor's skill with absolutely everything. It's not going to use Final Gambit then, it's going to be Focus Blast or Back Buzz. It's a 50-50, and here I have a couple options. Flygon takes any hit, and then can go for first impression, but it's really likely to die. Unless I get bailed out. Pangoro just straight up dies to Focus Blast. If it hits, like, let's see the chance. A bit more than this because crit also kills. Of course, Focus Blast can miss, so it sort of becomes less chance, but when it hits, it kills. And we want this to use Final Gambit. The problem with Pangoro and Flygon is that they don't force Final Gambit the same way Ape does. But if we go Ape, it clicks Focus Blast and it crits. It's like it becomes what? It's as likely as a double crit, sort of. Like it has to first crit and then get one of 3 rolls. Okay, one of 3 rolls is decently, like, there's a good chance. But it has to hit, then crit, then again get one of these rolls. And I get the free fake out. If it goes for Bug Buzz, then it's kinda guaranteed to be, like, it's very likely to be Final Gambit. The thing I have to look up now is if Final Gambit gets clicked when it's the final mon. Which I think should happen, like can happen without any issues. I'm looking this up. I need the part where it says that explosion isn't used. With explosion, if it's the last one, it doesn't use it. With Final Gambit, I'm pretty sure it goes for it. Yeah, there's nothing against it being used. Okay, we just have to escape here. On a 50-50 into 70% into crit into high roll. I think that's reasonable. Okay. Fate dies, the run is super dead. Okay, Bug Buzz is just a high roll. Okay, there's a thing now. Okay, this is Life Orb. I didn't remember, which is good for me. It's going to click. It can click Final Gambit now. Because I show kill. If I fake out instead, I'm encouraging it to go for Focus Blast most of the time, or Water Shuriken some of the time. Because then I think it won't kill with Final Gambit. But Fake Out deals a decent amount of damage. If I then go after Fake Out, after getting hit with some stuff and click First Impression, I should live any hit with Flygon, I mean. So I feel like what happens if I just roll switch and it goes for Final Gambit, which is right now the only move that kills Ape. Of course, Flygon and Pangoro survive it. They are completely fine. But if it's not, then it's a bit messed up, because why? What do we do then? Like, do I want to risk Flygon? Flygon isn't like the most... I'm just trying to think. I have 2 options, both are decent. The only question is which one is better now. I guess let's just give it to the AI. Let's just see Final Gambit here. Okay, that's simple. One of the worst fights in this whole game. For sure, I hate Final Gambit AI. Like, it just has to guarantee Final Gambit is being used, and instead of being +8, which makes it random. There's no way to play around this. But well, I got a bit lucky. Of course, RG was a bit on my side, but I got lucky. No, that's just really good here, because I don't really have that much to sacrifice. Spoilers, I will be sacking something to Vito to make the fight a lot more consistent, and also to kinda... how do I say this? To kinda sack something that isn't really going to get any more use. while I will also get a ton of equivalent months down the line. We'll get to that when we get to that. Now there's a fight I should be a lot more ready for. Which is usually very scary, in fact. But not here, not for my box specifically. Let me do this. Okay. Let's rebuild the thing. This is one of those fights. Like, there are two types or three types of plans. The usual, I think about everything a bit, but I have an idea. Note how I, for example, give like the moves I have to use or something like that. Here, it's one of the, like the second type where I just have a screenshot of the months and that's it. And the other is where I write down absolutely everything. So here I am relying on this, guys. This is going to be singles. Yeah, under the sun, because this is Ninetales. That's important. And the main threats are the Choice Scarf, Eruption, Typhlosion. I have a really good answer to this guy. And the Chlorophyll Shifter with Explosion. So I go Flygon. I'm guessing I bulldoze into Stomping Tantrum or something like that. This is always going to be Solar Beam, right? Or Hypnosis. I just go with the... I can go Lamberry, I guess. Lamberry is a lot safer here. I was calculating with Silver Powder. That's like a blunder. I'm happy it went for the final gambit. Yeah, but yeah, coming back to this fight, it's just clicking Bulldoze into Stomping Tantrum. Lamberry, make sure no moves for lack of that of Flamethrower and Hypnosis. I don't get any weird stuff going on. I kill, then it's always 100% of the time Mammo's going to like for this really fat kill, which means no Stealth Rocks. Go Ape, kill this guy. Shift Trick doesn't come in. It's going to be Typhlosion instead with some pre-damage, I'm pretty sure. Let's just make sure it's Typhlosion. Although it out-damages, so it should. And then on the Typhlosion, I go Typhlosion. Go Arcanine. I tank 2 eruptions. Like always. Hit it with the Rock Slide into Extreme Speed. Dies. Then Shift 3. Can't explode. Faster. I just go Drapion, and with the Poison Barb, I should be able to take this one. Why do I say I should be able? I am saying now that it has Heat Wave, which is a bit problematic because then I get burned and then I get hit again. So I guess bring something else. Rapidash. Or yeah, Rapidash is, I think it's it. This is not Explosion anymore, so I shard, but this dies to crit, so let's just take crit into consideration. Okay, I guess this is the thing. Now about Ape, I should always be in range because it's going to Ice Shard at least twice. So Ape doesn't really need anything. Do I need Wise Glasses for anything? I think I don't. So let's just remove them. Because someday I will forget. Arcanine doesn't really need anything. Okay, let's build the team then. Garbage actually showing up. Okay, this almost the correct order. Calamberry. Don't have that many of them, but this is one of the fights where you use them. No item, no item. Poison barb. No item really. I guess Oranberry doesn't hurt, does it? Is this knockoff? It isn't. Oranberry here too. Let's go deal with it. Again, this fight is a box check. If you have an answer for the evolution, it's very easy. I do have one. We are chilling. I'm rechecking important stuff. But it should be fine. There just isn't that much difficulty, so I kinda lower my guard sometimes when things look easy. Pull those. Okay, there's the sun. It's permanent. There's no way to override it in this game. From my side. Pull those. Okay, there's hypnosis. Of course, always hits. This is why we have Lamberry, because it can be hypnosis or it can be flamethrower burn. Okay, get the crit. That's funny. I think I got like... Well, yeah, no, it was very likely to survive a crit. But it doesn't matter because now I'm faster. We should see Mamoswine next. Always Icicle Crash or Ice Shard. It's more likely to be Icicle Crash. Never Earthquake, of course. Click Overheat. This isn't dashed or anything. Goes for the Ice Shard. Make sure it hits for at least a bit more. But yeah, this is just pre-damage for it to be Typhlosion coming in, which is actually better for me, because I wanted to come in first. Let's see. Typhlosion. Typhlosion. I just don't know how to pronounce this name. Like my mouth stops working correctly. Okay. Drapion. Really scary move when it's at full HP. I'm going to tank 2 of them. In other cases, maybe you would really want to hit it with a priority move or something. Don't even need it. Just going to hit it with a Rock Slide, Extreme Speed 2-piece. Now it's Shift Tree, and let's see what is this going for? Solar Blade, yeah, Solar Blade 100% of time. We go Drapion. Drapion is really showing up. It's a really good mon. Doesn't really do anything. Now we are always killing unless it hits Heatwave and burns. I have backup if that happens. Doesn't happen, I just kill. Straight up. Okay, another Risk class really easy fight. It's like the duality of fights being super difficult against being trivial in this route is crazy. Okay, next, this here, which you can't really see my mouse well because of all the particles, but the two girls next is a true double where they share the mons, and it's a bit difficult. Like, it's not impossible or anything, it's a bit difficult, and because double battles usually take a lot of time to prep, I haven't prepped this one, so that's going to be it for today. I do have plans for most of the fights coming up, every single battle I believe, and I'm just missing the two doubles, so it will be at least the next one that I will be planning for next time. Let's remove every item. And yeah, let's just call it ready. I'm going to be leaving it here. Have a good one.